Hello, welcome to the PROWIRC channel, where we discuss the concepts from the book Happiness and Well-Being Through Balance and Progress, the PROWIRC Method. A little bit of a different topic today. The topic today is, why would the topic of balance be good for university students, college students? Let's say, basically, whether you're just doing your first degree or college or a post degree, master's, PhD, those types of things. Why would the topic of balance be important for students today? Well, I'll tell you. Let me take you back. If we watch some old movies about, let's say, college kids, university kids, or university young adults, or college people, and what did we see in movies if we look back, the past few decades? And the further we get back, the more we'll see it. But we see a lot of social time. We see a lot of people getting involved in clubs and parts of interest, and developing a lot of relationships and friendships, and working hard on their schoolwork, and kind of discovering themselves and finding their life. This is just an observation that I've made myself in the last couple of years, that I've seen a change in that. Now, I don't know whether it's just because society has become more kind of focus on one thing and just work hard at that one thing until you get it done, and then go on to the next thing and be part of the big machine, or whatever. Or is this something to do with post-COVID, when students, particularly students that were in high school, were staying home doing a lot of their courses online, or let's face it, for a couple of years there, society kind of stayed home. And unfortunately, the people that were students at the time, either in college or university, or in high school, about to move up to that area, they really, their social lives got kind of cut down to really being indoors and just working on their schoolwork. And and then after schoolwork, just sort of whatever you do indoors. Now, obviously, the majority of the restrictions to do with the COVID situation and that kind of thing have come and gone by a few years. But what I really see is this kind of student lifestyle, where students are just constantly, they rent these rooms where they're living near the university or college or that type of thing. A lot of times they're living alone because there's not a lot of housing, so it's not like they can rent a house of 4 people and kind of have a little group, or some friends to watch TV with or go out with at night and that kind of thing. No, I see a lot of students just kind of renting a single room by themselves. I see them spending a lot of time in those rooms, and essentially I see them spending all their time on their schoolwork, and all their time either at the school, or quite often just in that room, working on their schoolwork. Now, I think that this is where we need to have a conversation and a topic, which is, obviously in the book Happiness and Well-Being Through Balance and Progress, the PROWIRC Method, there's something that I really put forward there to people at all stages of their life, and that is the idea of the pursuit of balance. Now, I think this is a topic that university and college and post-college students and even people just coming out of school could really take a hard look at right now, because the idea of balance is something where you say, okay, there's a number of areas of my life that are all going on at the same time. And in the PROWIRC method, we say your power being your physical and mental power, and your relationships, your organization, your wealth, your finances, your relaxation time, your image, your creativity. So your power, relationships, organization, wealth, image, relationships, and creativity. These are all areas of your life that are sort of always there. Now, if you have to be focused on something a lot, I mean, obviously, at some point, you're going to be focused on your work. You're going to be focused on your family. You're going to be focused on a number of things. But the idea of this book and the idea of the concept of balance is that your life is always going on. So it's not like, gee, I'm in school right now, but when I get done school, my life's going to start. Or when I get done school, I'm going to go on and do another postgraduate degree. And when I get done that, my life is going to start. No, I think that we need to have a talk about your life is going on now. So even though there's times that you have to spend a lot of time on your schoolwork and on your studies, but these other areas of your life still need to have progress. There needs to be progress in your other, in your physicality, your exercise. Like a lot of times these days, I mean, now if there's a program where someone's obviously going to school to play football or something like that, those people are getting a lot of exercise. Now, I see less and less students getting involved in, sort of the exercise teams and rollings and groups and clubs and all that kind of thing. As I said, this is an observation I'm making. I live in a city where there's a university and a college, and I have had a number of my own kids that were, just sort of finishing university and college and that kind of thing, and have just recently finished it. And, in the last few years, I was really making this observation of, a lot of times they're thinking, life's going to start, when I'm done this. But life is actually happening while you're there. And you're developing habits about the way you pursue balance in your life. And so the habits are, I just work on this one thing, and then I go home and I just stay in a room and I don't get a lot of socializing in, and I don't look to do a lot of sort of enjoyable things for myself or relaxation things, and I'm not getting enough exercise, but that's going to start later, after I'm done school and I start to enjoy my life. But even school life, university life, college life is life. Not only is it a good idea to be pursuing balance in these other areas at the time you're there, but the habits that you're creating now to try to enjoy balance in your life are going to follow you into the next part of your life. So in the next part of your life, you go and you work and you say, well, I'm working, but I have to work my way up. So until I work my way up, I'm just going to focus on this, and I'm not going to worry about having relaxing times in my life or spending a lot of time with my friends or I'm still young enough I don't have to worry about physical fitness that much and all that. I'm just going to hammer on my job until I can, make my way up in the world in that job, and then my life's going to be better after that. No, that's not the way to look at it. And unfortunately, by people just being so single-minded while they're at school, kind of stuck in rooms by themselves, doing their studies and waiting for the holidays, waiting for reading week, waiting for this and that. I just think that something could be, addressed there, that to give them the idea, to give you, the student, the university student, the college student, the idea that there's multiple areas of your life, and the idea is to do something to keep them in progress. So say, great, I have to work on my school studies a lot this week, but, I do get out for walks. I do get out and get some fresh air. I need to do that. Exercise, I need to do that. Get together, some type of relationships, getting together with friends, that type of thing. It doesn't happen to happen every day, but it does have to happen. And, the idea of you're thinking in terms of, okay, you got student loans and your money, and it's just all going out, and there's some coming in, but already you could be thinking about, okay, the habit I need to create with this, the idea of I'll need to, after this, be still handling my money and pay for my loans. If I'm learning now to try to live within my means and still be saving a little bit of money, that would be a great thing for that. my image? What's my personal image like? Do I have the image of a person that's trying to live a well-rounded life, and that's what I'm seeing every day? That's the image I get of myself? Or do I just see someone tired and bedraggled? And do I just see someone that's exhausted, waiting for life to get better in the future when I'm done school? And unfortunately, I think you risk the thing of going into that next part of your life and bringing those habits with you. Okay, someday my life is going to be fun. Someday my life is going to be balanced. Someday I'm going to think of all these areas and how to keep them in progress and enjoy myself. But that someday never comes because you get in the habit of going on to the next thing with that same type of, habit of the way you're living your life. And I have this book. It's called Happiness and Well-Being Through Balance and Progress, the PROWIRC Method. And it just simply comes up with a number of areas of your life that you can try to keep in progress rather than regress. Keep those areas making some type of progress, these 7 areas of your life, so that you're not just having a single-minded thing going on and not having well-being and not having a good life now. So I hope there's something that you can get from that today. I think balance is important for students as it is for anyone. And also there's on the PROWIRCmethod.com, there's a workbook that goes with this. If you'd like to give yourself a little test to see if, am I living with balance? Am I doing the things that I could be doing to keep the other areas of my life in progress? Yeah, there's, if it's the time during school and you think, oh, I'm not going on Amazon to buy an expensive book like this. Well, there is a workbook that's $3 on the PROWIRCmethod.com. And, you can go through that and do a little tune-up. I think it'd be really helpful. I think it'd be great to remember that college life is still life. Life, you're already going on with it. It doesn't start when college is over. It doesn't start when university is over. It's already started, and I hope you enjoy it. And that's the hope that I have for you. Thanks for joining me today at the channel, The PROWIRC Method, and hope to see you again soon. If you have any comments or ideas or thoughts or interactions that you'd like to have on this topic, if you are a student, please put a comment down there. I'd like to know what experience students that I'm not seeing that they're having. Is this an observation that sort of rings true with you, or do you have other parts of the observation that I should consider? And I'm happy to hear them. Anyway, I have a little mantra that I've been giving people that have been studying my materials that I'd like to give you. And the mantra is, I'm a unique being, separate from my situation. I possess the godlike power of creativity, and I choose the power of creativity and thankfulness over fear, apprehension, or anxiety every minute of every day. Thank you, and have a great day.